Hello everybody, my name is Red Chocobo, but you can call me Red, and welcome back to Pokemon Yellow. Last time, we made our way through Mount Moon and into Cerulean City, and this time, we're gonna be taking a little stroll around this place, around this magical, mysterious blue aura that surrounds it. I was trying to do a thing, thanks sign for not cooperating. How are you feeling, Pikachu? I guess you could say that he's feeling ecstatic? Uh, uh, I can't believe I waited this long to make that pun. Anyway, there are quite a handful of things that we can do here in Cerulean City. Not a whole lot, but still, a few. Now, the very first thing that you might want to do here in Cerulean City is coming to this house right here. On Pokemon Red and Blue, yeah, I guess I could talk about it right now. Throughout the game, there will be a few NPCs that will want to trade Pokemon with you. They'll be like, oh, I have this Pokemon that's really cool. Would you like to trade this Pokemon for my really cool Pokemon? And if you say yes, then you're gonna start a trade. So, right here in this house in Cerulean City on Pokemon Red and Blue only, not in Yellow, you can actually trade a Pokemon that we can't get yet for Jinx. Now, I gotta say, Jinx is a Pokemon that I wanted to use for my team, but it is unavailable on Pokemon Yellow. You cannot have any Jinxes on Pokemon Yellow unless you trade it from Red or Blue. Jinx is an Ice Psychic type. Yes, Psychic type. You know how overpowered that is. Well, you don't know, but take my word for it. It's really overpowered. And being Ice Psychic, it only has 3 weaknesses: Rock, Bug, and Fire. Now, Jinx got really screwed over from Generation 2 and onwards because of how many weaknesses it got and how common those weaknesses are. But for Generation 1, Jinx is a real beast with good HP and amazing speed. Speed better than Pikachu's, I gotta say. Yeah, better than yours, Pikachu. um, Jinx is a real monster. And it also has the special stat to back it up, to back everything up. It learns amazing moves through leveling up and TMs, so Jinx is just a really huge monster. Jinx does not evolve, however. There is no pre-evolution or evolution for Jinx. Jinx is a one-form Pokemon, but it doesn't need to evolve. It is amazing on itself, at least for Generation 1. When we get to Generation 2, I'll talk about them again. On Pokemon Yellow, however, Jinx is not available. Instead, as you already know, wild Pokemon live in tall grass. And since you play the game as a 10-year-old child, it's highly unlikely that you will know how to defend yourself against creatures that shoot lightning bolts or fireballs at your face. So in order to allow you to actually progress through the game, at the start of every single adventure, you're going to be gifted what we call starter Pokemon. In Pokemon Yellow, the starter Pokemon is Pikachu, and your rival also receives a starter, which is Eevee, which he actually stole from you. I was still bitter about that, but hey. As you might remember, when we were in Viridian Forest, Pikachu was unable to be found in the wild. That is because starter Pokemon are limited to only 1 per game. So under normal circumstances, it is literally impossible to find another wild Pikachu on Pokemon Yellow. On Pokemon Red and Blue, however, things are a little bit different. Instead of receiving a Pikachu at the beginning of our adventure, you actually have to choose between one of 3 starter Pokemon. This also follows the starter rule. Once you choose yours, you can never find another one in the wild. And since you have to choose, the only way to get the other ones that you didn't choose is to trade with friends. No starter Pokemon are ever found in the wild. Much like the fossils in Mount Moon, the creators did this to influence trading with friends. This way, your friend chose one starter, you chose another, so you trade with each other, and boom, you complete your Pokédex. Now, when it comes to choosing between starter Pokémon, this is not actually true in Pokemon Yellow, but on Red and Blue, it is quite a huge deal. There are 3 types you can choose from in the beginning of your adventure: Fire, Grass, and Water. Those 3 types, if you look at the type charts, they work very much like rock, paper, scissors. Fire beats grass, grass beats water, and water beats fire. So no matter which one you choose, there will be a Pokemon with a type advantage over yours in the starter table. Because your rival is a jerk, he will always choose the Pokemon that is strong against yours. That's actually pretty smart, but hey, I'm not gonna give him any credit. Screw you, Gary. So if you choose the water type Pokemon, your rival will always choose the grass type Pokemon. If you choose the fire type Pokemon, your starter will always choose the water type Pokemon. It's as simple as that. On Pokemon Yellow, however, as I said it a couple times already, this is supposed to be the port of the Pokemon anime. And as you might remember, Ash had in his team 3 Pokemon aside from his Pikachu, a fire type, a water type, and a grass type. Fun fact, those 3 Pokemon are actually the starter Pokemon that you can choose from on Red and Blue. They did this to make Ash more relatable. Oh, look, he has a fire type. So do I. Oh, he has that grass type? So do I. Doesn't matter which starter you choose, you can relate to Ash. And to make the yellow version even more special than it already is, they actually give you all 3 starter Pokemon. All you have to do is meet the criteria that you need. The very first one that you can find is Bulbasaur, right here on Cerulean City. In order to get this Bulbasaur, you have to have your Pikachu at a certain happiness level. Once your Pikachu is friendly enough towards you, you talk to the girl and she will be like, oh hey, you're a nice trainer, would you like to take care of this Bulbasaur? And that's how you get one of the 3 stars on Pokemon Yellow. We are able to get the other 2 as well. This is the only time this has ever happened in the story of Pokemon. So you bet I will try to get this Bulbasaur off of the girl. Talk to me. I take care of injured Pokemon. I nurse this Bulbasaur back to health. It needs a good trainer to take care of it now. I know. Would you take care of this Bulbasaur? Well, yes I will. And we get a Bulbasaur. Awesome! Now, as I said, Bulbasaur is a really rare Pokemon, so you definitely want to do this. If you have Red and Blue, you already know who this guy is. But just in case you don't, Bulbasaur is a really strong and well-rounded Pokemon. Grass Poison type with really well-balanced stats and a small focus on special. Grass type Pokemon are generally pretty slow and really bulky, and this is the case for Bulbasaur, with good HP and defense and really solid special. It can take hits like nobody's business, as well as dish out some good grass type damage. Now, its poison type is not actually offensive in Bulbasaur's case. Bulbasaur cannot learn any damaging poison type moves, so really poison is just there to give it more defensive interactions. Grass is naturally weak to poison, but poison resists poison, so Bulbasaur actually takes normal damage from poison. But poison is weak to psychic, a really strong type in Generation 1, so Bulbasaur does get that weakness. Not to mention, grass is already weak against bug type, and in Generation 1 only, poison is also weak against bug type. Not that bug is a strong type, not at all, unless you're facing a really beefed up Beedrill, it's highly unlikely that it will take any kind of bug type damage. Bug is just that much of a weak type in Generation 1. So being a grass poison is literally defensive. The only type that you're going to care about in Bulbasaur is his grass type. He learns quite a handful of good grass type moves. He learns Vine Whip pretty early on at level 13, and he also has Leech Seed at level 7. Leech Seed is an amazing move. Basically, you spend a turn to inflict your enemy with Leech Seed. At the end of every turn, Leech Seed will take away some of the HP from your enemy and give it to you. It works kinda like a poison, in a sense. It will deal damage at the end of every action your enemy takes, and the damage it deals is actually based on the percentage HP of your enemy, 1/16. And if you're facing a Pokemon that has a lot of HP, of course you will heal a lot of HP. So for example, if Leech Seed deals 20 damage at the end of the turn, you're also going to heal 20 HP. That is ridiculous for something that you only spend 1 turn doing, and it continuously heals you. It is really strong. I know I said that healing moves are not that great, but Leech Seed is the exception, at least for Generation 1. Bulbasaur evolves at level 16 into Ivysaur. As for most Pokemon with 3 evolutionary points, Ivysaur is just a transitionary line. It will gain a few more points on his stats, and it will also take a few more levels to learn the moves that Bulbasaur would learn earlier on. But that's just evolution. And I gotta say, Ivysaur is one of the coolest designs I have ever seen. I really like Ivysaur. But once Ivysaur reaches level 32, it will evolve into Venusaur. Look at this beast. If you're not scared by that guy, I don't know what scares you. Venusaur, much like Ivysaur, just gains a few bonus points on his stats, still focusing on special, well-rounded all around. And Venusaur is actually quite fast. There are still faster Pokemon, it will probably get outsped by a lot of things, but it's still a huge step up from only 45 base speed on Bulbasaur. Now, the moves Venusaur learn are actually really freaking strong. At level 43, Venusaur will learn Growth. Alas on Mount Moon had a Bellsprout that used Growth. Growth will increase your special stat by 1 stage. And since special is both offensive and defensive, anything that increases your special is already really helpful. So not only it will increase the damage you deal, but it will also decrease the damage you take. And 3 out of the 5 weaknesses that Venusaur has are special. So Venusaur having that much special and growth is really good for it. Not only that, but throughout its life, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur will also learn a few good status moves, such as Poison Powder and Sleep Powder, but the real big deal right here is at level 65, when Venusaur will learn Solar Beam. Solar Beam is a grass-type move that has 120 base power and 100 accuracy. With Venusaur's Beast special stat, and a couple growths that you can stack, Solar Beam will deal a lot of damage. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of things that resist grass, but as long as you know when to use it, you don't have to worry about a thing. Solar Beam is a move that actually requires 1 turn to charge, so once you choose Solar Beam, you're going to waste 1 turn charging, and then on the next one, you're going to let it all out. Out of the 3 starters, Bulbasaur is the one that actually got a little bit ripped off right here, because there are other moves, much like Solar Beam, that don't actually require you to charge up. Of course, to balance it out, those moves do have lower accuracy, but in most cases, that lower accuracy is actually better than 100% accuracy and a need to charge. Because if you know what's coming on the next turn, you can just use an invulnerability move, like put up a substitute, or just use a move that makes you invulnerable. So Solar Beam is pretty easy to avoid, but if you can land it, it's pretty much guaranteed that you will destroy whatever's in your way. Now, even though all that is very much true, I do stand by everything I said, I don't actually want to use Bulbasaur for my team. So in this case, I am not gonna give it a nickname, I'm just gonna leave it as Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is a nice name, I like the name Bulbasaur, so your name will be Bulbasaur. Yeah, I said that I was gonna nickname every single Pokemon that I got, but since I'm not gonna be using Bulbasaur and he's such a special Pokemon, I guess I can let this one pass. Now let's take a look at this Bulbasaur. It will start off at level 10. It seems to have good HP, 31 HP for a level 10 Pokemon, that's pretty good. With nice special, as you would expect. Its speed is kind of bad, but it's still better than Clefairy's. But yeah, quite good. By default, it will know Leech Seed, which I already said is amazing. But yeah, I don't actually want to use Bulbasaur. I have other plans for a grass type. So, that's pretty much it for this house. You can also talk to this Pokemon right here. That is an Oddish that we saw on Mount Moon. A trainer had it, and there's also a Sandshrew. And yeah, something that I find kind of funny is how in the anime they decided to make the Pokemon say their own names, like Sandshrew, Sandshrew, or Oddish, Oddish, and things like that. It's kind of weird. I don't know, it's kind of a weird transition from the games to the anime. Anyway, let's talk to this NPC right here. That bush in front of the shop is in the way. There might be a way around. What bush? Let me see the bush. Oh, this bush? The bushes. Yeah, anyway, there's a shop right here. There are actually some good items on this Pokemart, and I'm gonna talk to this girl in a second. So let's come in here. These guys will only tell you a little bit about the items that you can buy, but I just want to go over them real quick. Escape Rope is actually exclusive to Yellow here in Cerulean City. There is no Escape Rope on Red and Blue in Cerulean. And you can also buy a new item, Repels! Remember back in Pewter City, that guy was taking care of his garden and he said, oh, I'm spraying Repel to keep Pokemon away from my garden. Repels are actually an item that you can buy for yourself, and if you use them, and you walk through tall grass, you actually avoid every single encounter. You will not enter any wild battles at all, as long as the wild Pokemon that were to show up is lower level than the Pokemon in front of your party. So, for example, right now, the Pokemon in front of my party is Zoo at level 17. So, if I were to use a Repel, every single Pokemon level 17 or lower, or maybe 16 and lower, I'm not entirely sure on that, there's the annotation, will not engage in battle with me. So I will only engage in battle with Pokemon higher than level 17. Which is really good. It's pretty much guaranteed that you will always have at least one over-leveled Pokemon in your team. So just keep it in front, use a Repel, and then don't have to worry about any random encounters at all. I actually want to stock up on a couple more antidotes because, I don't know, I like to be safe. Burn Heals, don't worry about it just yet. Paralyze Heals, don't worry about it just yet, but I also want a couple more Awakenings. Okay. And I want to get a bunch of Pokeballs, and I mean a lot of Pokeballs. So let's see. Oh no, not just one. I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy 12. Yes, 12 Pokeballs. Okay. And then I'm gonna buy everything else on repels. Yes, burning my money. Money that I barely even have. Oh, just 2 repels. This is gonna be really good. Repels only last for 100 steps, so after you take the 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, no, not 500, 100 steps, the repel's effect is gonna wear off, and then you're gonna have to put up a new repel, wasting another repel, and since I only have 2 repels, I can only do it for 200 steps. Anyway, let's talk to this girl. Electrode, Swift! No, that's wrong! Training Pokemon is difficult. Your Pokemon's obedience depends on your abilities as a trainer. So yeah, here we're seeing again another example of a trainer that doesn't have enough badges to train its Pokemon. Something that might happen is that Pokemon that are not properly leveled and are outsiders, which means that the Pokemon doesn't belong to you, it belongs to someone else, but that person traded it to you. As long as you have enough badges, the Pokemon will obey you. But if it doesn't, but if you don't have enough badges, the Pokemon might use a wrong move, the Pokemon might fall asleep during battle. You know, multiple things may happen when you are trying to use a Pokemon that doesn't belong to you. Yeah, it's kind of funny to do that if you allow the Pokemon to become overleveled, but still, I don't really recommend it. If you do trust your abilities, then go ahead, do it, doesn't matter. But still, just stick to the Pokemon in your game, it won't make that much of a difference. And I want to talk to this girl too. Hello, you. I want a bright red bicycle. I'll keep it at home so it won't get dirty. Aw, that's cool, but why is she talking about bicycles? Oh, let's check the sign. Grasses and caves handled easily. Bike shop. Oh, a bike shop. Let's stop by. I like handling things easy. Hello, how are you? A plain city bike is good enough for me. You can put a shopping basket on an MTB. Oh, okay, that's cool. These bikes are cool, but they're way expensive. Oh, I'm sure that we can save up for them, however much it costs. Hi, welcome to our bike shop. Have we got just the bike for you? What? I don't think I have enough money. Hang on, let me count right here. 25, 50, 75. Nope, I have about $1. Sorry. Sorry, you can't afford it. This actually costs 1 million Poké Dollars. Yeah. And Poké Dollars, just in case you haven't realized yet, Poké Dollars are based off of the Japanese currency, yen. So, 1 million yens would be about what? $10? Nah, just kidding. It is a lot of money, but still. In this game, you actually have a limit of 999,999 Poké Dollars. So even if you save up to the maximum amount of money that you can possibly get, you still won't be able to buy the bicycle. So we're gonna have to find a way around that if you want that bicycle. Now, next thing I want to take care of right here in Cerulean City is this guy. Hello, you. You're a trainer too? Collecting, fighting, it's a tough life, that it is. And we can see that he's standing right in front of the gym. This is the gym for Cerulean City. Now, as you might have guessed, this place is blue. A blue aura surrounds it. So, this gym is Misty, the Tomboyish Mermaid. Okay, it doesn't say. This gym is the water type gym. If we go in here, it's gonna have a tiny water theme, and the leader is gonna be a water type and all that stuff. And I'm sure that Pikachu can handle that really easily because water type Pokemon are weak to electric moves. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that we can take that place down. I did say that this gym is known to be really hard, and I stand by that. If you don't have the right Pokemon to take it down, it will be really hard. But since we start off with Pikachu here in Yellow, we should have no problem at all. Right? Of course, right. So let's go into this house right here. I actually don't want to tackle the gym right now because there is one more Pokemon that I want to get, but I'm not going to get into that right now. If you talk to this guy inside this house, it's going to be like, Pokemon badges are owned only by skilled trainers. I see you have at least one. Those badges have amazing secrets. Now then, which one of 8 badges should I describe? Now, this guy here is going to have the list of all badges that you can collect. The Boulder badge, the Cascade badge, Thunder badge, Rainbow badge, and all that stuff. And if you ask him to talk about a certain badge, he's going to tell you what that badge does. The Boulder badge, for example, will increase the attack of every Pokemon that you have a little bit. And it also allows you to use Flash at any time outside of battle. And then we can also ask him to talk about, I don't know, the Cascade Badge. Pokemon up to level 30 will obey you. Any higher, they'll become unruly. It also lets you use Cut outside of battle, and all that stuff. As I said, by default, Outsider Pokemon will only obey you up to level 20, and having the Cascade Badge will allow you to raise them up to level 30. So, yeah, there we have it. You can check out the badges with him if you want to. I already know what they all do, so I'm not gonna do that. If you come out through the back side, however, and check this spot right here in front of us, there's a hidden item, a rare candy. Yeah, baby. Now, I just want to stop by the Pokemon Center real quick because I think I have too many items in my bag. And if I keep this up, I am actually gonna end up with my bag full and not gonna be able to pick up a few items that I want. So I'm just gonna come here into the Pokemon Center, go over to the PC, and deposit a few items. Now, the first item I want to deposit is... Oh, TMO1! I completely forgot about that. Okay, the first item I want to deposit are the Moonstones. We're not going to be using either Moonstone for quite a while, so I'm just going to deposit these and be done with it. Next up, I want to deposit the Helix Fossil. Now, I know it would be wise of me to keep the Helix Fossil in my bag and check it from time to time. The Helix Fossil speaks. The Helix Fossil gives the order, and we obey. Praise Helix. So it would be wise to keep it in my bag, but it still takes up a little bit of inventory space. I kind of fumbled too much there. So I'm just gonna deposit it as well. Sorry, Helix, please don't punish me, oh good and ruleful. I don't even know. And yeah, that'll be it. Just those 2 items. And I also want to use that TMO1 that I completely forgot that we picked up. TMO1 contains Mega Punch. Mega Punch is a move with 85 base power, I think. Let me double check. Mega Punch is a normal type move with 80 base power and 85% accuracy. Now, it has a lot of power, but its accuracy does take a little tiny hit. But it is so strong that it just doesn't matter that it has that low accuracy. So I definitely want to teach this to Taro. And of course I want to teach it to Taro because Taro is also a normal type Pokemon. So she will gain same type attack bonus. So yeah, she can learn more than 4 moves, and yes, I will want to delete a move to make room for Mega Punch. Okay, now here you have to be kind of careful of how often you press the A button, because this last box right here, which move should be forgotten, doesn't have a go over dialogue, like press A to continue. So if you just smash the A button, you're gonna erase the first move on your list, and I don't actually want to use that. I don't actually want to do that. I want to keep Pound around because it is more accurate than Mega Punch. But I also want to have Mega Punch because of the power. So I'm going to get rid of Growl. 1, 2, and poof. That'll forgot Growl. And she learned Mega Punch. This is going to be a real lifesaver. So yeah, I definitely want to do that. I completely forgot that we picked that up on Mount Moon. Jeez. Okay, and the one last thing that I want to do right here in Cerulean City is... come out. Well, if you walk around the town, the only exit that you will see is over to Route 4 and up here. Now, there are 2 paths right here. There's a ledge blocking your path right here. And, oh, there's also this girl. Let's talk to her. These poor people were robbed. We're positive that Team Rocket is behind this. Terrible deed. I love how the sentence cuts off right there because of limitations. Even our police force has trouble with the Rockets. Oh, Officer Jenny, don't worry. And yes, Team Rocket's definitely behind the house. See what I did there? Anyway, yeah, the only path that we can take to get out of Cerulean City is either through Route 4, which is where we came from, and there is nowhere to go from Route 4, and there's also this one path right up here. But if we go up too high... Yo, Yellow! Ah, Yellow to you too! You're still struggling along back here? I'm doing great! I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me see what you got, Yellow. And we have to fight Gary once more. Gary wants to fight. Now Gary's gonna start off with Spearow. Level 18, normal flying type, Peck, Growl, Leer, and Fury attack. Watch out for its Peck if you have a grass type Pokemon or whatever is weak to it. Grass fighting or whatever. Of course, I want to open up with Zoo because electric. So this should be able to take out his Spearow in 2 shots, maybe? Yeah, 2 shots, okay. And it's gonna use Peck. Nice, I resisted. Thank you, Generation 1 AI. And it's not very effective. So yeah, this Spearow can be dangerous just like before, as long as it can use its super effectiveness. But since I start out with Pikachu, yeah, bye-bye Spearow, and we gain some nice experience. And now he's going to send out Sandshrew. On Pokemon Red and Blue, instead of Sandshrew, he's gonna have another Pokemon. That other Pokemon is called Abra. Abra is a pure Psychic type, but it doesn't have any attacking moves. So if you're playing Red and Blue, just don't worry about Abra. Just send out, I don't know, what your Rattata even. And you'll be able to take out his Abra without taking any damage at all. His Abra does not have damaging moves. So he's sending out Sandshrew, pure ground type, scratch, and sand attack. Of course, I want to send out Taro because she has water gun, which is super effective. So let's just use this. I think 2 shots will be enough. Yes. Okay. He's gonna use scratch. Thank you for not using sand attack. That would just be annoying and prolong this battle way longer than it should. So 1 more water gun and he will be down. Awesome. And we gain some nice experience. And next up, he's going to send out Rattata. Now, Rattata, pure normal type, tackle, tail whip, quick attack, and hyper fang. Now, of course, I don't want to take free damage from quick attack. Taro does have more defense than Zoo, so she would take less damage, but it is guaranteed that she will go after the Rattata, so it's free damage that I don't want to take. So I'm just going to send out Zoo, and hopefully he won't use quick attack, which he just did, and take him out with Thunder Shock, which is pretty freaking powerful. I think 1 Mega Punch would be enough to take out this guy, but still, I wanted to use Zoo. And now he's weak. Okay. So 1 last Thunder Shock. Boom. Ah, critical hit! Come on, why didn't you do that on the first turn? Okay, Rattata fainted. We grew to level 18, sorry. 10 HP, level 18. Okay. And we got out of red health. Thank you for stopping that annoying beep. And now he's going to send out Eevee. I don't want to switch out just for 1 turn. Eevee, level 17, pure normal type, tackle, tail whip, and sand attack. Hopefully he won't be spamming sand attack. I just want to use 1 thunder wave to make sure that Taro will go first. And hopefully the Eevee won't attack me. Oh no, Zoo's gonna die. Zoo died! No! Zoo fainted, sorry. This is pretty bad. Oh, anyway. Zoo fainted, I'll talk about it later on. But yeah, now that Eevee's paralyzed, it was totally worth it. Not really, it wasn't really worth it. I should have just switched. I'm just gonna do 1 Mega Punch and this should take it out. Of course I missed. 85% accuracy, and the first time I use it, I missed. Of course. Taro also has a lot of defense, so she can take a few punches and deal 1 good Mega Punch. Look at that critical. Awesome. And it fails an attack. Good. Now, he only has a sliver of health left, so using another Mega Punch would be overkill, and since it does have less accuracy, using Mega Punch is not very smart. So I'm just gonna do a Pound that has 100% accuracy, and boom, Eevee goes down. Awesome, we gained some nice experience, and we defeated Gary. Yeah, go down, buddy. Hey, take it easy. You won already. I know I won. Jeez. Fun fact, first time I played through this game, I actually lost this battle 3 times in a row. Yeah. That's because I tried to keep opening up with the Bulbasaur that I just got, and things just got really messy. Okay. Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. Oh, who's Bill? That added a lot of pages to my Pokédex. Oh, that's cool. After all, Bill's a world-famous Pokemaniac. Oh, that's interesting. He invented the Pokemon storage system on PC. Since you're using his system, go thank him. Ah, thanks for the tip, Gary. Well, I better get rolling. Smell you later. No, smell me now. That movie was amazing. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. Home. It's on Netflix by DreamWorks. Really cool. I loved it. Anyway, if Pikachu faints in battle, he's gonna stop following you around. And yeah, that is kind of nasty. As I talked about before we got Bulbasaur, Pikachu actually has a friendship system in this game. And the only thing that you really need Pikachu's friendship to be at a certain level is to get Bulbasaur. And since we already got him, it doesn't matter at all that he just fainted. He just had his friendship lowered a little bit. So yeah, you can do a couple things to raise his friendship, and some things will also lower his friendship. And we hope to see you again. What a terrible thing to say in the hospital. And yeah. Okay, Pikachu still likes me. That's good. But that will be it for this episode. I actually want to end this off right here. It's been going on for a while, so yeah. I'm gonna meet you guys on the next episode where we go up from Cerulean City. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.
Alrighty then, as you have seen already, Pikachu has a friendship system in Pokémon Yellow. This is something that was created exclusively for Pokémon Yellow, and it was so good that the developers decided to keep it in every single game since. Now on Generation 1, this system is extremely primitive, but it does affect one little event in the game. Depending on the friendship level your Pikachu has, which can be described as a number between 0 and 255, it will have a different emotion every time you talk to it in the field. Now this will only work for the Pikachu that you receive in the beginning of the game. It will not work for any other Pikachu that you can get through trading, because the game put a check on whether the Pikachu is yours or not, if it is the starter Pikachu from the Yellow game or not. More important than that, your starter Pikachu from the Yellow game. Now the only event that Pikachu's friendship actually affects in the game is whether the girl in Cerulean City will give you the Bulbasaur or not. If Pikachu's friendship is below 147, the girl will not give you a Bulbasaur. But if it is 147 or higher, then she will give you the Bulbasaur. You can see how its friendship can be affected on this little table right here. Every time it gains a level, it will gain some friendship depending on which level of friendship it currently has. Depositing it on the storage system or letting it faint will diminish the happiness by just a tiny bit. It's not too much. Also, trading will kind of reset the happiness. I couldn't find any sources that say exactly what trading does to Pikachu's friendship, but since from Generation 2 and onwards, trading will actually reset the friendship of whatever Pokemon you traded, I'm assuming it's the same here. So you trade away your Pikachu to whoever you want for whatever reason, and then they trade it back to you. Then, I'm assuming Pikachu's friendship will come back to its 0 level, which is 90. 90 is how much friendship the Pikachu has at the beginning of your adventure. Now, if you don't want to use the Pikachu throughout your adventure, or you're just having really bad luck on raising its friendship, which really is not that hard, there is one little exploit that you can use. Now, on the first generation, the game doesn't actually check to see if the item you used on Pikachu was consumed. From Generation 2 and onwards, it does. If the item is not consumed, the friendship will not be affected. But for Pokémon Yellow on Generation 1 only, the game doesn't check to see if the item was consumed or not. So what you can do is just heal up the Pikachu at the Pokémon Center on Cerulean City, and then start using potions. The potions won't be consumed, you won't lose anything because the Pikachu is already on full health, so the game will just say it had no effect, but it will still raise the friendship of your Pikachu. That's just a small thing that you can do to make sure that you can get the Bulbasaur as soon as possible. It is kinda cheap, yeah I know, but hey, it is something that you can do. If you don't want to use that, of course you can just come back to Cerulean City later in the game when you are sure that your Pikachu has more friendship than it does now. But all in all, you really shouldn't have any problem on getting this Bulbasaur at all, especially if you don't mind using this potion exploit.